make a bend. Brown's kick will come down right on the goal line. Manu is the catch. If you blink, you of 100 different kinds. Catch, bend, gone.
And he's been doing it all year, hasn't he? He's a special player, a special talent, and that's the start the Kiwis needed.
Thomas Luluai, Stacey Jones, couple of New Zealand legends, pumped for the try. That's what it means, and Hughes gets the 4-pointer. Well, they're rewarded for a really good start. I mean, they have come here. It ain't just hold it for 5 and kick. They are throwing, they've brought a bit of A game to this.
Yeah, but we talked, didn't we Vossi, pre-game, we talked about Dylan Brown needed to stand up, be involved in this game as a standoff. He's had a fantastic season, but today he needed to take control of this game, and that came from a result of his fantastic kick there.
All the best kickers in the league, they get those balls coming down just short of the goal line. And normally in that situation, worst result is line dropout. If defence catch it, they get forced in goal. It's produced a try there. Jordan Rapana. It's incredible, you know. He has only kicked 16 goals in his NRL career. He'll finish this World Cup with more than 16. So it's been a real step up. He's handling the job.
Just look at the value, look at the kick, the weight, the depth and the chase. And like you say, Vossi, a special effort there from Joseph Manu. He's a special player, special talent.
Yeah, the replay shows more or less that Cameron Munster, through providing a shield, actually prevented any Australian making a decent leap at the ball. He got in the way, the statue. New Zealand 6-0 start. Oh, it's on strip, there's 2 there, says Klein.
He's nearly on there, Vossi. Brandon Smith having a little bit of a set to.
Tedesco, Munster. Falls on deaf ears. A Munster strip is something you've got to be careful of. Leon, if he's anywhere in the vicinity.
Specialist.
It's on. That one.
There's 3 in the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know about 2. There was probably 3. Latrell, what were you doing? Jesse Bromwich with the ball. I'm pleased to report probably he has shorts, new shorts back on. Fisher Harris. Some watching may say they're not happy with that. Joe Tarpany. We've made the point before in this World Cup. You've got the 2 Dally. Oh, Campbell Gillard came out of the line hunting Fisher Harris. In Fisher Harris and Tarpany, you've got the 2 Dally M front rowers of the year from the NRL. Tarpany is a middle forward tonight. The flick out the back. Smith is with it. This is good again. Manu now. Lovely pass, Manu. Away to Hiku. Mitchell on him. 10 metres from the line. Hughes and Smith dropped off there for Fisher Harris. Lifted, offload, Bromwich, Brown, Papali'i, Nickel Klukstad. Got away from Holmes. Great football from the Kiwis. Stringing pass after pass together. Brown's kick again. It'll come down 4 metres out. This time Australia get the leap. Great relief from the Kangaroos. Oh, the Fox! He's almost cut into 2. Fox A and Fox B. There he is, Josh Adokar. Kangaroos 20 metres away from their own line. And on the end of a serious assault from the Kiwis, this is how you handle. That was a shot. Australia's away down the right. Oh, Valentine Holmes has taken a divot about 1 metre long. Tripped over his own feet. Cleary, Hunt, Bomb. The Fox is on the run. Here comes Adokar! It's one of the great rugby league tries! Josh Adokar!
Wow!
The fastest man on the planet has caught at full pace. What have we just witnessed? Green and gold magic from Australia. The hump kick. The Adokar catch. Extraordinary.
He's the best in the world, Vossi. And this is what he does, week in, week out. That's a special effort. The speed he shows, the precision of the kick from Hunt. Just takes his time, lines it up, the Fox sets off 100 miles an hour. What a catch, what a finish.
Oh, that is breathtaking. Rapana, he's given up, he's not sure. And Addo, I don't know what speed he was doing, but I know I'd have to be in a car to go as fast. That is some run, that is some catch.
In tight.
And I told you, I wasn't stalking him during the week, but I saw it, I ran into him and he went and got a haircut. And I went in and said, can I film the haircut? He said, no, he's keeping it a secret for match day. He was getting a fast cut.
A special one.
He said he was getting something special down the sides, and the proof is there. I'm going to get one tomorrow. That's a great moment. We've seen some scintillating tries at the World Cup, but we may have just seen one that's close to the top of the heap. Now, Cleary's kicking has been somewhat of a worry. He's worked as hard as ever as he got himself back in form. 6 in from touch, 21 metres out. Cleary's first kick of the night, and he's pulled it to the left. Not a good sign. 6-all, it's been given. He did pull, he was happy. And there's Adokar, the smile is there.
He's just a superstar, isn't he, Vossi? I mean, the kick is a two-pass play coming from the sideline, clear it to Hunt, puts the ball on the money. It's perfect. It's a perfectly weighted kick behind Rapanoe's out of position a little bit, but the chase from Adokar, he's special. He's the best winger in the world. He's a superstar.
Come on, Mal. Give us more than that. That's right, you just saw there, Mal. Played it cool. It's the only problem from calling it the gantry. You can't see anywhere but halfway up the posts. 6-all scoreline. 22 minutes gone. And Australia with Campbell-Gillard. It's a really good defence, Regan Campbell-Gillard. It's almost as if he's trying to make up for lost time. He would have loved to have been a starter in the quarter-final. Cursing the bad luck of a quad injury against Italy in the Italian game. Last tackle Australia. And Cleary with the kick. So Manu underneath it. Oh, Martin had a crack at it. He's not a bad catcher either, Liam Martin. Penrith fans watching know that. Didn't quite have the speed of Adokar to get to it first. Look at Klukstad with the ball there. Certainly, well, the match is certainly living up to almost final billing the way they're playing it, and it is sudden death. I mean, oh, Fisher-Harris hammered front on. Martin and Trebojevic. Smith with a kick. But yes, the saying loser leaves the country, that's been controversial. The Kiwi flights, we believe, were reserved. That's what happens. You lose this one, out you go, literally. Munster just inside the New Zealand half. Campbell-Gillard. Slow the play of the ball down a little there. Smith, now Yo, Cleary, out the back to Desco. Whiten's on the move. Lovely tackle. Nickel Klukstad there, that was classic. Holmes, Cleary, Hunt, Yo. That ball not perfect. 3 bounces, then roll. They lose 20 metres on the play, Australia. Last tackle it is. Munster. Dab over the top, not his best. Hughes with it. Manu.
Nathan, let go!
We're going to kick on the last. Australia probably would have expected to do a little better than that. Put him back on that run. This is fast tempo, this. No time to catch your breath. Mulatalo. Wrestled down in the tackle of Whiten. Now Papali'i. Kiwi offloads. This is adding a dimension to their play here. I'd say rattling the Australian defence, but it's keeping them on their toes. Whiten gets one back on the clock star there. 5 tackles up. Bromwich is off the field. Liu is now on for New Zealand. And Tedesco on the end of that kick. So many players out there that could be the matchman, that could break a game open. Campbell Gillard's gone to the bench for Australia. Pat Carrigan into the match now. Australia on their 30-metre line. Munster and a car and a centre roll. Hughes did it, and the Foxes lost the ball. In Australia, we say wingers aren't allowed to do captain's challenges, and there'll be nothing happening there.
Yeah, I just think it was the second effort from Rapana. He nearly did Bromwich on the outside. The Fox goes on the outside, skips out. It's a great chase from Hughes. Rapana comes in, and then it's the second hit that dislodges the ball. The Fox couldn't keep hold of it. It'll be a cheap turnover now. Over the 40-metre line for New Zealand is a great attacking opportunity for Hughes and Brown to step up and combine again on this left edge.
40 metres out. New Zealand, 3 left, 3 right. They go left. And Papali'i on this run. No Kenny Bromwich tonight. He was made 18th player for New Zealand. That a little bit of a surprise to me that Liu picked up a bench spot and Bromwich not part of the 17. New Zealand with Hughes, and then Fisher Harris running inside in there. She's a good player, James Fisher Harris. Hughes here, then Brown across. Manu bounced off Holmes. Another offload, this one untidy. Play on's the call. Well, I haven't seen a signal yet from Klein. I don't think, no, he's not saying 6 to go. Would have thought there was a hand there somewhere, if not a New Zealand knock on. 5 from the line. And then Brown, Hughes, tech throw, doesn't fit
Offside.
And offside. Munster ended up with a ball, but you probably don't blame him for snatching it.
It's more of a reaction, Vossi, wasn't it? But it's a fantastic setup on the last play. It's a great little shift onto the right edge. It looked like they were going to run it for a second. Hughes goes to the line, puts it in goal. It's a great kick. Tedesco could do nothing with it. Bobbled off his hands. It's a shame that and the execution of the kick from Hughes is so impressive. Tedesco has a little bit of a fumble, and it's just a reaction catch from Munster. I think New Zealand will take the 2 points on offer. It's an easy 2 points really for Rapana, the way he's kicking at the moment.
Yes, kicking to get 2 in front. Tedesco, little anxious moment. It's been a good mix of kicks from New Zealand. You know, I know they had success for the try, but you know, keep them guessing, not knowing what sort of kick's going to come their way at different times. I'm sure they will put one up for Mulitalo on the left wing. Australia know that, Holmes knows that, but it hasn't come yet.
Vossi, I've been really impressed with the halfbacks. I think the halfbacks, Hughes and Brown, are stepping up. Hughes is playing on the ball, he's organising around the ruck, but this left-hand edge, when they come to this left-hand side, with Dylan Brown, he's been really impressive so far. He's getting his hands on the ball, he's taking the line, he's organising, his short kicking game's been good. We talked about beforehand, he needed to have a big game tonight. He's been impressive all year, but probably a little bit quiet in the World Cup. Oh,
yeah, absolutely. I agree, Leon. And in the quarter-final last week against Fiji, it was like he was taken out of the game. Manu's so dominant at fullback. And Hughes suffered a slight injury in the game, and Brown ended up with, I'm not sure what the actual running meters were, but I think it was under 40. Well, his best games this year for Parramatta, he's around 130 to 150. He'll take 10 or 12 runs at the line, left foot step, 6 tackle bust. He's had an exceptional season. Parramatta fans know that. One of the reasons they made it all the way to the grand final. Harpener to put New Zealand in front. And Jordan Rapana, successful. Well done, Jordan. It's a pressure job. He's 2 from 2 here. He kicked a very important one last week, as it turned out, from the sideline against Fiji. There you go. I've seen the Australian fans. I've seen a random Rabbitohs fan here tonight. They are everywhere. Actually, it's great to walk around towns in England. You know, you can be. I was in Batley today, and there's a person with a Panthers jersey. Like, it's so good to see clubs from the other side of the world represented in these great rugby league towns in the north of England.
What local cuisine did you try, Vossi? Any food?
Today,
yeah.
Chicken in Huddersfield, Leon.
Marston's?
The best.
The famous?
The best.
The one and only?
The best chicken you can ever get. Colonel Sanders would be a nobody if everyone knew about Marston's. Here's New Zealand outside the 30.
I'm going to take it to Bradford for a curry, Vossi. Famous Bradford cuisine.
Now Smith, Liu, good play. Hughes, and Okar had dropped back and suddenly had to react to a attacking rush. Brown, this is great. The responsibility Brown is taking. His kicks are good. Holmes is on it.
Shots.
And they're on Holmes. Gee, there's some players playing to their best tonight. But Brown, again, we have to say, he is the difference. He has stepped up above and beyond tonight. Time for Harry Grant to be thrown in for Australia. He comes on, 13 minutes out from half-time. Hunter's been replaced. He's gone off behind the dead ball line. So the Aussies 9 metres inside their own half, but as far as offloads go and field position, New Zealand have had the better of that tonight. Here's a last tackle play, and Australia haven't been able to get it inside New Zealand's half. That's a great defensive set. There's some really good signs here for New Zealand.
Vossi, for me at the moment, New Zealand just look a little bit more organised. They look a little bit more structured. Their offloads are working well. The halfbacks are combining really well. And they really are turning the screw at the moment.
Tarpany, offload. Wow, another one. Fisher-Harris. That's Tarpany's last run for a moment. Now Moses Leota into the game for the Kiwis. The Panther is on. Cast your mind back to the grand final. How well did he start that match? And Asifa Solomona comes on for Fisher-Harris. There's Leota, ominous first touch. Great forwards to come on at the 28-minute mark. Adokar with the ball.
Again, great field position for New Zealand. They did that the last set. They've aimed up in defence, the line speed, contact, restricted Australia to only 40 metres. Let's see if they can make it again.
So the Australian halves yet to play any real striking role in the Australian attack. Cleary and Hughes. This time Holmes. Then Whiten. He has Martin on the wing. Liam Martin down the right flank. Mulatalo. Sue's in. Australia will shift it to the left. Cleary takes it to the line. There is an overlap. Yeo and Munster. Now Tedesco. Runs away from Crichton. Munster the support player. Caught, but only just. 5 tackles up. Grant to Cleary. Fired across. Beautiful footwork. Whiten. Mano. What a pass to Holmes. Oh, Jack Whiten. New Zealand thought they'd stop the try. And then there was a little encore performance by the Canberra Raider. And he produced a pass for Valentine Holmes to score. It will be checked with a video referee. I don't like it if they check on was a player held. I think that's in the hands of the on-ground referee, but let's see what they say.
Tackle into grounding. Probably best off watching this full speed, I think, please. So is the tackle complete, or does the defender fall off the tackle, which means that the attacker can keep going? Watch this full speed, boys. Okay, yeah, he falls off that tackle, and the ball is grounded. Okay, I'm happy I've viewed all available angles, and I've made my decision.
Well, as I say, Leon, I don't like video referee. If the referee hasn't called hell, I'm saying fair game. There's Whiten, yeah, I'm fine. That is so good from White. That was so good from New Zealand to stop it at that point.
And as we were saying, it was restricting the yards, and then the half-back stood up. They saw that New Zealand was stacked tight, shifted out to this right edge where they've had a little bit of joy so far, made easy yards. But then that was just a special play there for White, and the sidestep and then the offload for Holmes. It's a special play.
What about the skill that is featured in all 3 tries so far tonight? Manu, that catch tap back for the Hughes try, and O'Carr, amazing catch for his try, and what Whiten has just produced here, under assault from the defence.
It's the right foot step that he's done against Nickel Kulstar, his old teammate from Canberra Raiders. If you watch the ball, it's a beautiful piece of skill. It's a right foot step. He puts him on the floor. Manu tries his best for his try-saving tackle, and the vision, the awareness, the offload, the skill, and then the pick-up from Valentine Holmes. It's world-class.
He's another one that was at the barber he was with the Fox.
Did he show you his haircut?
Well, yeah, he did. He went for a haircut. I said, seriously, get a haircut? Like, what's happening? Then I saw him after it. I said, so what did they just do? You've just paid £30. I could have done that in 30 seconds. He had just the slightest fade on the side. Nothing off the back. Cleary from the sideline. Right boots from Cleary is across the face. 10 points to 8. What a semi-final this is. What a semi-final we'll have tomorrow. England and Samoa.
It's just the right foot step there, does his old teammate. Manu can't get to him. And the vision, the offload, it's an easy catch. Valentine Holmes won't get an easier try that at this level for his country. And Australia can lull you into a false sense of security. You think you're defending well, you think you're restricting them on the yards, and then their halfback stand up, see the vision, see the space, shift the ball, and that's what they're so good at.
By the way, Josh Adokar with that try earlier has equalled the record 12 tries of Valentine Holmes at a World Cup. Holmes with that 12 at the 2017 World Cup. And just a little warning on Adokar, his try progression through the tournament: 2 v Fiji, 4 v Scotland, 5 v Lebanon. Does he keep going up?
I think he does. I mean, for me, it reminds me when I was younger watching a player called Martin Afire, who was around back in the day. He was my favourite player at international level, and for me, he's the same kind of superstar, same kind of speed. Exciting to watch.
Yeah, some wonderful wingers around that time too. The likes of Henderson Gill, wasn't he an entertainer? South Sydney, an Australian Rugby League fans got a taste. Now Munster's kick. I don't know whether Manu could have done much more with the effort he put into the attempted tackle on Whiten. Hughes away for Rapana. The difference in offloads is quite dramatic. It's a really positive mindset by New Zealand, and it's offloads at all points of the field. Who held up there, 15 short of the line. Now Asifa Solomona. You don't get players that size in the EPL here at Ellen Road. 12 offloads from New Zealand, now a 13th offload. 13 offloads against the Australian defence.
It's definitely part of their game plan, Vossi. I think they've been practicing that all week. They know if they go one out rugby, it's a great shift here wide.
Hughes, Hiku, Rapana, Ronnie's outside, can't position him. Nice shot from Mitchell. Last play New Zealand. This is a superb contest to this point. Australia don't catch it. Holmes gets it on the bounce. And back he comes.
Yeah, as we say, I think it's definite game plan stuff from New Zealand. They've been working on that in training all week. The offload, and we're on 13 offloads so far. Game plan stuff from Michael Maguire. Executed fantastically well tonight by New Zealand.
And now Pat Carrigan on this run. There's a player living the dream, Pat Carrigan. Serious injury last year, comes back this season. Wally Lewis medal, player of the Origin Series. Now playing for Australia, could be at Old Trafford next week. Yoda Munster, show and go. 10 metres inside the New Zealand half. Last tackle, Grant to Cleary to Bomb. This one's coming down, 15 out, and Okar. It bounces the wrong way. Mulatalo with the ball for New Zealand. So at both ends, we had the last two kicks allowed to bounce. It's dangerous. Game is flashing by, and that's just a reflection of how good this is. 5 minutes to go, 5.5 to go. Manu caught by Young. Smith, Isaac Liu. Gold Coast Titan in the New Zealand side. We have Tino Fasuamalawi. Gold Coast Titan in the Australian side. He's still on the bench. This Bomb, Dwayne Carr on one knee. They go set for set now. It's settled down since the third try of the night. Here is Mitchell. And now with Crichton. The scoreline, actually. Scoreline last night that had finished Australia and New Zealand in the Women's World Cup. Win by the Jillaroos. Whiten, little show. I'd like to think the men's side was inspired by the women's team, New Zealand. The Kiwi team, so good. Last night, the likes of Amber Hall and Arpie Nichols, career best game. Might have been a little unlucky to lose. On halfway, Australia. Grant's back with Cleary. Oh, this is singing this ball. Manu, oh, he almost lost it. And look what he does once he does catch it. Still able to beat a man. But it was slipping down the torso a little. That was scary, Leon, that kick.
I'm glad I wasn't underneath that one, Vossi. Here at Ellen Road underneath the floodlights, spiralling all over the place in the wind. Rain. Is it raining down there, Vossi? No, it's pretty dry, actually. Just the wind.
Now, oh, Asafa Solomona. There's Carrigan behind. Nelson. Now Brown, Papali'i, Nikukuchta, all-line ball, Mulatalo, big stride, back inside to Brown. Ronaldo! Man United fans are saying, where's this form been? Ronaldo, Mulatalo, lights up Ellen Road, and Dylan Brown is on the big stage here with a try. Another beauty, another perler in terms of a four-pointer in a sudden death semi-final.
It's the shift again, Vossi. It's the shot to begin with. He's a big boy. Too big, too strong. It's just the shift on this left-hand side from New Zealand. Good hands, quick hands. Valentine's on, tries to stop the play. It's the speed on the outside and the ball back on the inside from Brown, as he does well. As all good halfbacks should do, support on the inside, but it's just the numbers that they get wrong, Australia. It's good shift, good skill. On the outside, fantastic speed, and then the ball back on the inside. The vision and support from Brown, who's having a massive game tonight. He's been so impressive.
Gee, that's a good pass too from Mulatalo, isn't it? Left to right, down the wing at pace.
At pace, it's the first 5-10 yards at pace as well. The speed to get on the outside, and the vision back on the inside. The ball's on the money. Brown finishing. I've been really impressed with Brown tonight. I think he's been fantastic, outstanding.
I'm loving this from a perspective of the strength of New Zealand Rugby League. It's the baton handed on to players like Dylan Brown. You know, previous World Cups, Sean Johnson was the star. He's the headline act. It's Dylan Brown's time now, 22 years of age. He's going to be around the next World Cup, the World Cup after that. Mulatalo, same could be said for him, 22 years of age. And here they are, starring for New Zealand. Steve Price, he enjoyed that try too. Oh, this is a game. Bring your friends, get them out of bed in Australia. If they've slept in a little in New Zealand, wake them up now. This is turning out to be one classic semi-final. Rapana, he's got another one. Well done, Jordan. Hot seat, 3 from 3 tonight. New Zealand up by 4, and we have seen 4 superb tries tonight.
Yeah, it's just the winger. Holmes was sat too far back. Brown sees that, overcalls Ronaldo down the sideline. And then Brown supporting on the inside. Big game tonight. He's on fire. Kiwis love that one.
Oh, yeah. So good. Now, kick-off. Hughes with it. You don't want the first half to end. Who wants a break?
Not me. We're okay.
It's so good. It is so good. Bench players have been solid. You saw Leota there again. Liu's done well. Asifa Solomona played his bit.
Get up! Angus, wait here, wait.
Man for man, I think New Zealand getting a little more out of theirs. There's another run. Nelson rolls over the top of Cameron Murray. Now Manu with the ball.
Last tackle, where you are, Joey?
A great set following points.
Okay, moving.
Back to Hughes. Bomb from 45 metres out. Adokar with it. Probably not the time to throw the long ball.
Move now!
But what I mean by the stars, Leon, that, you know, here's Tedesco, but we haven't seen any of Latrell Mitchell yet. We haven't really seen any daring from Cameron Munster, but we've seen the best out of the stars for New Zealand.
I just think they've combined him better. I think halfbacks are making the ball go to the right place at the right times. I think Cleary and Munster need to combine a little bit better and get the ball to the big players.
Well, that's a first 40 minutes worthy of a standing ovation here at Ellen Road. Something really special. 4 tries, 2 apiece. Rapana with 3 from 3. Cleary 1 from 2. At half-time, it is New Zealand 14, leading Australia 10.